Scott and I were together for 9 years total. 5 of those we were married. We wanted to take some time for our marriage and establish that, and then we decided to have a baby. So we got pregnant with Sullivan, and 2 weeks after he was born is when everything happened with Scott. It was a beautiful day. That's one thing that I am very thankful for. We woke up and had a wonderful breakfast together, and we went to this barbecue. It was beautiful. We came back, gave Sullivan his first bath. We decided that we were going to watch a movie together, and about 10 minutes into the movie, at least it seemed that, I started to feel him press up against me, but then it was a little bit too hard and for too long, just so I knew it wasn't playing. And I got up and I looked at Scott, and his pupils were dilated. It was like he was having some kind of seizure. I got him on the floor and was administering CPR until the paramedics got there, and they took over. The police, took me into the kitchen, and I kept staring at the stove through the whole time, just watching the time go by, because as time ticked on, I knew that the brain can't live that long without oxygen, and I knew that. As the paramedic came and told me, I already knew, because it was 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes. And I remember praying, obviously I'm praying for God to save Scott. But I also was praying, please don't let me lose my faith in this, because I know people do. The way everything happened, I believe that God made it happen that way precisely so that I would be able to process it better and I would be able to heal. Because I could have been asleep. And every other night since Sullivan had been born, I was asleep at that time. And I could have come downstairs not knowing what happened, not been able to be there, not been able to do everything that I could. There's a lot of things that I could be questioning, but I don't feel that. I don't feel I need to ask why, and I don't feel anger because of it. I'm sad and I miss him, but I'm not mad at God over it. Lately there's been a psalm that I've been praying about and just that has brought me comfort through this whole process, and it's Psalm 139, and part of it talks about how God knows you from the moment that you're conceived and knows every day that you're going to be on this earth. So he already knew that Scott was going to pass away at 29, right after his son was born. He knew that I was going to be sitting here 27 years old with a brand new baby and a new widow. And I believe that because he knew that, everything that has happened in my life to make me a strong person, to develop me as a person, was to prepare me for this moment where I have to be strong for Sullivan. It's quiet and can be lonely, and when you're all alone at 2 in the morning with a newborn baby, and when I have nothing left, I just pray and I ask God to come and hold us, because I don't know what I'm going to do, and those times I'm just overwhelmed with everything. And I have felt him, just this calming peace wash over me, And I know that that's the Holy Spirit. I know it. I just lean into the promise that Jesus Christ gave us by coming down on earth and dying on the cross for all of us. And knowing that death is only a separation, that it's not the end, that it's just the beginning of an eternity with God. And that's where Scott is right now. And I'm okay with that, and that makes me smile.